Hey everybody, welcome to this week's live stream. I have just got back from the Sky Princess and I am boarding another cruise tomorrow. I'm taking a Disney cruise tomorrow. So thank you if you managed to make this a day earlier. I have confused Hudson by putting his dreamies up there. Whether he'll try and jump past me to get up there, I don't know. I think I'm in his way. I am wearing my Princess Cruises onesie because I asked you guys if I should wear it on the live stream. And I think we had an 86% yes, you should wear the onesie thing. A couple of my friends, Charlotte and Karen, bought me this onesie when I was on the Sky Princess. I was on a press trip on the Sky Princess, so I was cruising with journalists, people who write for magazines, travel agents, all those kinds of good people, which was cool. Hello to everybody who is in the chat. Loads of people in here. Hello to Frederick, who was in here first. And we have a question from Brandon, who, this is a very good question because he says, oh, there's Hudson. How does it feel to go from one cruise right to another? Would this be a viable form of retirement? I think some people do this as a form of retirement, which is just crazy to me. I think I guess it is doable, yes. It's easier for me because I did the kind of press cruise first where I had to be certain places at certain times and do certain things. And then this one is just a cruise that, please do not restart now, computer. This one is just a cruise that I have booked. So I'm going to have a good time. I have unpacked, I have washed some of my clothes, and this one is only a weekend one, so it's really short. So it's not too difficult to pack for this one. So fingers crossed it'll all be fine and I won't forget anything. But it feels good. Of course it feels good. Yes. Hello to Kevin, who is in the chat, and Jean is in here too, and she says this will be interesting because I'm still on the fence about Emma liking Disney. Emma is remaining on the fence about Disney cruising, and I will have to let you know how it goes. I'm sure there's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to have a good time and a good cruise. The questions in my mind are around, is it going to be 3 times as good as, you know, the other cruises, because it is 3 times the price ish. So yeah, only time will tell about that one. Peter says he took a Disney cruise last month and be prepared for a lot of Disney. We love all that stuff, but you need to be ready for it. I am so ready for it. Yes, I am as ready as I think I will ever be. Hudson, please don't drink my cup of tea. But I think I'm ready for all of the Disney stuff. Yes, it's only a short cruise, so I'm taking a 3-night cruise, which in reality is a 2-day cruise plus kind of an evening plus 2 days. And I think unlimited Disney for 2 days will be absolutely fine. Not sure if I could do, you know, a couple of weeks of Disney everything, but for the weekend, I'm really looking forward to it. Yes. HJ, we say H here in the UK before people say that's not how you pronounce that letter. I say H down in the south anyway, south of England. Cruises with them tomorrow, so cool. I will hopefully see you on there. Not going to recognize you from your profile picture, but please wave at me. Sometimes I'm kind of in a world of my own, but always happy to talk to anybody. Just say hi and I will say hello. Just been out of hospital with pneumonia, fit to travel. Well, I hope that you have a brilliant cruise and I hope I see you on there. And yes, take it slow. Definitely take it slow. It should be a nice, relaxing weekend, hopefully. So yeah, see you there. Andy says, what was the drive-through COVID testing like at Southampton? Me and my wife are boarding Sky Princess. Really, really easy. Really easy. Probably the easiest COVID testing. It is the easiest COVID testing I've done. Because it is drive-through, we went straight in. There was no queue, no nothing. Drive in. They take your details. You show them that you've been vaccinated. You drive to the next person. They do the test. You drive off and you wait for a text. Literally 5 minutes to get through there. No waiting for anything. So much better than the other ones that I have done. It was really, really good. Hello to Robert, who says, make sure you wear whatever makes you feel most comfortable. This onesie makes me feel so comfortable. It is really chilly here in the UK. Everybody is putting on their heating again. So I think it's definitely onesie weather. Lou says yes for the onesie. Kevin says, of course you should. Oh, Justin says a onesie is too much for the general public. The general public has already seen this onesie. I've shared pictures of it on Instagram when I got it because it even has feet, which is pretty cool. So thank you to my friends who gave me this. Marcus is off to play some badminton and will miss the fun. Well, thank you for popping in, Marcus. I understand that this is a different day and I move things around, but I will be floating around somewhere tomorrow, so I won't be live stream available. Gareth asks, is the kind of middle, the front, or does the level matter when it comes to choosing a cabin? Of course, it varies by ship. Generally, the most sought after cabins are the ones in the middle because they're closest to everything. And if you can be in the middle of the ship between kind of the buffet's not too far away and the atrium isn't too far away, then that's good. For me, I often cruise right at the front of the ship, right at the back of the ship, top, bottom. I don't mind. It just personal preference. Sometimes I think it's good that I have a long walk to get to certain places. Lou's got 84 days until Oceania, Christmas and New Year's. That sounds incredible. Very, very envious. Hello to my dad who's in here. He says hi to all of the spuds. Dad was my +1 on this cruise, the Princess Cruise, which was really cool. You don't normally get +1s when you're doing kind of a press media trip, but luckily we were able to, and we did the full 6-night cruise. So it was really cool. I was starting to worry that my dad was a bit of a cruise curse. I tried to bring him on a couple of cruises before and they were both cancelled. So happy that this one worked out. Thank you so much to everybody who is leaving me comments and asking me questions. If I don't see your comment, if I don't read your question, it's not that I'm ignoring it. It's just that it goes too fast. I wish I could show you what I see on my screen because the comments are really quite small and I do my best to read them. If you are asking a question, if you can start it with question in capital letters, makes it so much easier for me to just kind of pick out the questions as we go. Oh, David is feeling run down. That is not good. Under the weather, as I would say. Hope you feel better soon, David. Oh, Sean's in Birmingham. Yes, Sean is in Birmingham, ready to go to Southampton tomorrow for his cruise on Anthem of the Seas. He had a negative coronavirus test, so that is amazing. Sean, you're going to have a brilliant cruise. Brilliant cruise. Tracy says, please hit that like button. Yes, please hit that like button, please. Lou says, I think Emma got stuck putting on the onesie. I didn't get stuck putting on the onesie. I got stuck trying to get Hudson some Dreamies because he's on his last packet of Dreamies, believe it or not. He eats quite a lot of them. Thank you to Jim for my super chat. He says, I haven't read this yet, Jim, so hope I'm just put it on the screen. I'm trusting you. Hopefully it's a good question. I didn't think of this till the podcast. So I do a podcast every week for our YouTube channel members and for our Patreons, and I talk about kind of behind the scenes stuff on there. How do the paid media cruises journalists respond to YouTube cruise vloggers? I hope this covers part of the Disney souvenir that may be a goofy onesie. Thank you so much, Jim. Grab a Chinese takeaway. Thank you. Generally quite good. There are, of course, a few people who work in more traditional media who don't really understand what the new what YouTube is and things. And I completely understand. It must be really strange if you've worked in an industry for decades and all of a sudden someone like me shows up. It must be a bit strange. But generally speaking, the journalists are really nice. And there's quite a small kind of cruise community. It's normally the same people who write for all of our big magazines in the UK. They'll write for a couple. Everybody knows everybody. So it's nice. It's different being on a press trip versus being on a normal cruise, because of course my schedule is set and it is, you will have dinner at this time in this place with these 8 journalists or something. Luckily, everybody's really nice, and I've got quite used to over the years sitting down and having dinner with people and chatting about things. But yeah, generally they respond quite well. I think at least when I'm there, they respond quite well and they're quite nice. Thank you, Thomas, for my super chat. I forgot what it was called. Super chat. Hudson needs more Dreamies. He does need more Dreamies, yes. Don't let him hear you say that, though. He's right over there. I'm going to try and drag out this last packet and ration him because he needs to go to the vet soon, and they're going to tell me that he's overweight, and I know. But yes, thank you. I will definitely buy him some more Dreamies. Brilliant question. Brilliant question. Is the Sky Princess video ready? Yes, it is. It is ready. I have published it. I did it just before this live stream. If you haven't seen it, I think it's more important that you see that than me here right now, because I put everything into that video. I spent every waking moment editing that and putting that together since I got back, because obviously I'm going again. So that is live on my channel right now. Yes, it is live. When you watch that video, you might notice that in the top corner it says includes paid promotion, which I think is a bit misleading. of YouTube, because they define paid promotion as, have you received anything to make this video? And I have received my cruise fare for free because I was on a press trip. So I have to tick that button. No one is paying me to do anything. All the opinions are my own. But I have to tick that button. Yeah, it's not worth annoying YouTube over a button. So I have ticked that button. Tristan and Justin say, love the princess onesie. We were going to get one for Josh. You were going to get one. That sounds like you didn't get one. In the shop, there was this onesie, and then there's like a dog in a dog t-shirt, princess t-shirt next to it. So I think next time I might need to get Hudson a t-shirt, maybe, but yes. How do I find out if there's a theme night on a cruise? I've scheduled December 2021. You know, I still don't really know how other people know about these theme nights, because cruise lines often don't tell you. So a lot of cruise lines will have like a 70s theme night, a white night, but they don't specifically tell you that. And I haven't really found a good way to find out. The only way that I found out really is through kind of going into, you know, Facebook groups, people who've just got off that cruise. Most cruise lines will have the same things over and over again. So almost all Norwegian cruises will have like a white night, but there isn't like a secret place where you can go and find out all of this stuff. Sometimes I do wonder, because, you know, it's 70s night and everyone has these amazing 70s outfits, and no one told me it was 70s night. So I don't know if people just have that stuff or not, but yeah, I don't know. Thank you, John, for my super chat for my Mickey Mouse onesie. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Did you see the $27 million lawsuit against Disney Cruise Line? I did not. Maybe I've been out of the bubble. It's been kind of strange, because when I left, everything was fine in the UK, and then I came back and there's like some kind of petrol, not fuel shortage, but everyone's buying it. It was really, really strange. Thank you it's so helpful to me when people who know more can answer these questions, because I have never taken a Disney cruise before. And as much kind of research as I've done, there's loads of Disney content on my website from people who've been on Disney cruises, but I've never been on a Disney cruise. So I'm kind of trying to go into it with just no expectations, just have a good time. But things like kind of the dress codes, I'm working it out as I go along, which is quite cool. No dress codes on Disney. They do have a formal night, but you don't have to do that. Yes, that sounds like what I quite like. No goofing around. This is a no Mickey Mouse operation. I think we're definitely going to be goofing around. Definitely. Oh my goodness, my chat is going up and jumping up and down. Thank you so much for your comments. Probably a lawsuit against the price of the Wi-Fi. Yes. So for the first time in, I don't know, 5 years or something, I haven't got Wi-Fi for this cruise, and I'm going to be just disconnecting for the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be getting on tomorrow, and then the Saturday and Sunday content that I would normally share, I'm just going to share it on Monday, Tuesday, which I don't think is a big deal. It's going to be so nice for me, because it's a short cruise and it's going to be tricky for me to film everything that I want to film and do everything that I want to do in a weekend. So to not have to worry about my Instagram story timing out is going to be really good. And also I kind of realized on this celebrity cruise, it was tricky because I had more than 250 Instagram requests, not from my followers, from people who I didn't follow. And when I got back, I sat down and I did like a voice note and I replied to everyone. But it took me a couple of hours. And there's so many things in there that I missed because obviously I never would have been able to do anything if I replied to all the messages. So I've realized that, on this one, at least just the weekend, I'm going to focus on recording. I think the main thing is I get everything done for my review video when I come back. And then, everything else will update afterwards, which will be good. My mum says that you're going to have to chat with me. Yes, well, I spent the last week chatting with my dad. It's only fair that I chat with my mum now, which sounds good. Lots of Disney lawsuits, apparently. Don't know about that. Oh, Tristan and Justin say, random fact I just learned from MSC. If you want a future cruise credit, you have to phone MSC and have them request a voucher. That sounds like a lot of work. a lot at work. That's why I use a travel agent, so that they phone the cruise lines for me, because I don't want to be doing that. Pirate night is only on Bahamas and Caribbean cruises. I have seen everybody dressed as pirates, and I think that's definitely something I would like to do, but not on this short cruise. I will say I'm kind of expecting the weather to be not great. It's not great here today. It's rainy, it's pretty chilly, and on my Sky Princess cruise, it was quite rough. It was really strange. This strange thing kind of happened. So because we had more sea days than we needed, because we only had 2 ports, we went down almost to France, because that's where the sun is, near France, and we were kind of just floating around there. Then somebody on our ship, I don't know what happened to them, but they needed to be airlifted off. So we made a dramatic turn, like a really dramatic turn. You can see it on the map like this, to head back towards England, so that I guess they could take them off. And when we were near France, I was in the Sanctuary, which is the kind of premium area, in the hot tub with some of my friends, and having a strawberry daiquiri, which was really nice. And then they said to us, get out, it's going to rain, we've changed direction. And within 2 minutes, it went from glorious sunshine to everyone grabbing their stuff, running inside, and it poured with rain. It poured with rain. Devon says, do you get paid by cruise companies to do reports on them? I wish that was a thing. That is not how that works. If I'm on a press trip like the one I was on just right now, I'm invited. So the same way that, if you read a newspaper or you read a magazine about a cruise, if you read any of the big cruise magazines, they haven't paid for their cruise fare. They've been invited on. Obviously, the hope is that you'll make content, but it's not like, oh, I promise I will do this if I come. It's nice for me because it gives me a chance to, it doesn't change what I think, but it gives me a chance to try different things. So I'm always saying to you guys, inside cabins are fine. You don't need the nice big suites. You don't need to do specialty dining. You don't need to do excursions. But doing things like this kind of press trip, I get to do the excursions. I get to go to the specialty restaurants. And then when I say, I still don't think you need to do specialty restaurants. And if I was to take this same cruise again by myself on Sky Princess, even though I had amazing meals in the specialty restaurants, I wouldn't. I would just go in the free restaurant. So it kind of cements those things for me. But no, cruise companies do not pay me. Not at all. That's not how that works. What are you most looking forward to? I have no idea what to expect from this cruise. I'm just going into it with an open mind. The thing that's going to be hard for me is to forget how much I have paid for the cruise, because this cruise, it's 3-night cruise. So it's an evening and 2 days, and it's cost me so much more than I would pay normally for a 7-night Mediterranean fly cruise, which is just crazy. But it is what I don't think you can compare Disney. They could charge whatever they wanted, and it will be. Yeah, apparently the Wi-Fi prices are absolutely insane and not that good. Yes, I've heard the same thing, and you have to use megabytes, which is really kind of, I don't know. I don't really want to do that. Oh, Guitarist Jay says, the tech from your Princess video is definitely a selling point to book my next cruise with them. Honestly, I knew what it would be because I had done my research, but it was so much better. And it's kind of the small things that make such a big difference. So I did a cruise with Virgin recently, which was great, but there were no kind of deck plans in the app. If you wanted to go to the toilet, there were no maps around the ship. So you could, wander off to go to the toilet, and you'd be back like 20 minutes later because you wouldn't know where to go. And on the Princess app, you just press the big button that has a toilet on it, and it pops up with the nearest toilets. And if you want to press the Get Me There button, it knows where you are. It knows how to get you to the toilet. And it was brilliant. It was really, really good. So it was really helpful to be able to find my dad. I did some filming with Paul and Carol from the Paul and Carol Love to Travel channel, and afterwards, Dad had been wandering around. He was wandering around to try and lose me, I guess, maybe like try and find him. But I found him in the buffet, so he was having a beer and a snack, which was cool. Where do you sail from? So I sail from London Tilbury. So there's a new port for me too. I've done my research into that. I have some posts on my website about how to get there. So at least I know how to get there. But it's a new thing for me. You can turn off the Find You part on the Princess app. You can, but why would you want to do that? That was one of the best things about it. It's not as if everyone can just find you. They have to request your location, and you have to be like buddies in the app so that, you know, it's not just everyone can find you. But it's definitely good if you're like cruising as a group with friends, or if you've got teenagers and they might wander off. To know where they are, it's really good. I don't know if that would have been annoying when I was a teenager. Princess should add the Find My Dad button. Yes, it would be cool to do it like that. Would be cool. Like to go incognito in the buffet? Yeah, that's a fair shout. Yes, it was a good buffet. It was good. Had the cookies. I have to say though, I don't think Princess have the best cookies anymore, which I know is scandalous, but I think celebrities were better. Now that I've compared the two within a couple of months, I think they were better. Oh, thank you, John. A contribution for real Mickey ears, as in the ones from the shop on the ship. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine how much the stuff is going to cost. But thank you very much, John. Appreciate that one. It's strange because I've paid for this cruise way more than I would normally pay. And then I need to pay gratuities, and I need to pay for drinks. And yeah, you guys know me, you know, budget cruiser. But yes, I mean, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm absolutely going to enjoy it. In the buffet getting cookies. Can you dress up as a character on the cruise? As far as I know, no. No, I don't think you can. If you're an adult, if you're a child, you can. But they have, you know, characters wandering around. So they don't want you to be, you know, confused. Who is the real whatever? So I don't think so. Lone Cruiser says, I am just wondering, in anyone's opinion, yeah, I'm interested too, beyond the Disney atmosphere for your upcoming cruise, what appealing aspects of this on the ship itself, if you strip back the Disneyness? I'll have to let you know next week. The actual ship is from the 90s, and there's not really anything particularly that, yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I think it is the Disney thing, but I am interested in if it's a good cruise, regardless of the Disneyness. Just watched your video on the Princess. Thank you very much. And not impressed with your name outside your cabin. Can you ask for it to be turned off? I don't know. I guess so. I don't see any reason why not. I didn't ask. Maybe I should have asked. I can probably find out for you. But it just is how it is. I think it would be better if it just had your first name. I think the full name is a bit unnecessary. Who needs to know my full name? But it is what it is. It is forbidden, says Tristan and Justin. Forbidden sounds a bit... would assume it's not permitted on adults either. Tristan and Justin say that you can have it removed. Yes, I guess so. I assume it's just a setting that they can turn off. But I couldn't, you know, change my name to a nickname or anything like that. Oh, you request it, but it pulls it from your Medallion app. Interesting. Oh, the service is second to none, and you get to see Twice Charmed and Tangled. I'm so jealous. I haven't booked anything, and I'm cruising tomorrow, and I don't see any way in the app to book anything. I've done all of my online check-in. I've done my vaccine proof, but there's nowhere where I can book anything. And I do remember other people talking about having to book things. So who knows if I'll have any shows to see or what will happen. I don't know. You can have your name removed. That is cool. But yeah, overall, it was kind of a reminder to me why I like Princess so much. My best cruise ever, hands down, was a Princess cruise. And this just kind of confirmed it for me, which was really cool. How much of a discount are you receiving for all of these cruises you're taking? 0%. No one gives me any discount other than, you know, I get the cheapest price that my agent Emma can book. I will say for this one, for the Disney one, I need to thank my Patreons, because without my Patreons and my YouTube channel members, I wouldn't have even looked at this at all. But they wanted me to do this cruise. And I just need to say thank you, because as you know, I am a budget cruiser, and Disney definitely isn't a budget cruise. So thank you so much to my Patreons. Appreciate you guys. I know I see a lot of your names in here. You don't book those. Those are the nightly shows. That sounds good. I don't know if there's anything that I should be booking. I Welsh Cruiser has his first princess cruise next week on Regal. Can't wait. You will absolutely love it. I think if you like a celebrity cruise, which you do, then you will like a princess cruise. They're pretty similar, but Princess has the better tech now, which is cool. It's interesting for me because I've done 2 very similar cruises, one with celebrity, one with princess, one with my mum, one with my dad, and I can compare them. And I think if you like one, you would like the other. Cameron says, where did you get that world map, Emma? It is gorgeous. If you go to the description of this video, I have a link to this map. It's one of my most frequently asked questions, and I love it too. It does take a while to stick because they are little pieces, so you have to stick on the little islands and hope that you've got it right. But I do really like this map. Yeah, I do sometimes think that maybe I would like to repaint this wall. And then I remember that I have this stuck to the wall, and yeah. Oh, Tristan and Justin say you can still book the Disney cruise for tomorrow. Interesting. I didn't think that they were allowed to do that anymore because of, having to submit the lists and stuff, but interesting. Be interesting to see in what you think about the rotational dining. Yes, so this is a very Disney thing, and no other cruise line does this. And basically what happens is, I think there's 3 restaurants, and I've got 3 nights, so that's good. And what you do is you go to the first restaurant, your waiters are there, you eat your dinner, and then the next day, everyone picks up and moves to the next place. So it's just a different setting, I guess, and different things happen, but the same people and the same waiters. And then you move on again. So I have picked kind of the perfect length for this cruise. I thought they did either 2, 3, or 4 nights. 4 nights is so expensive. It just makes me feel a bit ill. 3 nights, I thought it's better than 2 because 2 is kind of an evening and a day. It's kind of a 1-day cruise if you do a 2-night cruise, and you'll be out early in the morning. So I think I've done a good thing. Thank you to my new channel member. So the channel members and my Patreons have access to a podcast that I made this morning. I do a podcast every week. I do a live stream just for the members too. We have a Discord chat. Various other behind the scenes stuff happens. So thank you for joining that. I did share my video today a bit early. Just, it's quite nice for me for other people to see it before I publish it live to the internet. Terry says, didn't Virgin do the rotational dining thing? They don't do rotational dining. They just don't really have any, you just go where you like. It's just like booking loads of specialty restaurants when you do a Virgin cruise because they don't have a main dining room. Oh, Peter says, enjoy cruise and buy a Disney balloon if they sell them. I didn't know that they had Disney balloons. But yes, who knows? I have no idea. David says, in light of COVID, is it possible to do a back-to-back cruise on 2 different cruise lines from the same port, or is it too much hassle and not feasible? Thinking of going from Virgin Voyages to Carnival. Yes. I would definitely check with Carnival, and there's different rules in different places. Different cruise lines have different rules. Some cruise lines here in the UK did have a kind of window that you had to have between cruises, but in theory, it should be okay. It depends, of course, on the COVID testing. A lot of them, you just do the test at the port, so that's fine. You can get off and do the test again. Some of them, you have to do them a few days early. Some cruise lines will let you do them on the ship for the next cruise. Some won't. So you just need to work out how that would work. But mostly yes. And remember, through room service, you can order the Mickey ice cream pop. Yes, everyone tells me to order this Mickey ice cream pop. It seems like a choc ice. I don't know if choc ice is a Britishism, but it seems like a Mickey Mouse choc ice. And that sounds good. Yes, I will try. It's quite hard to try everything in a weekend, but I will try and eat, as much as I can. Which cruise line have you sailed the most with? I have sailed most with Norwegian Cruise Line, but also I haven't sailed with them for quite a long time. It's just where I started cruising, and most of the cruises I did when I was kind of a teenager, and first cruising by myself was with Norwegian because I knew Norwegian. I knew my friends and people would like it. So Norwegian, I think I've done 9 Norwegian cruises, which is a little bit crazy. Choc ice is definitely a Britishism, says Lou. Interesting. So as far as kind of COVID went on this cruise and masks and stuff, it was kind of a bit mixed. So we all did the test before we got on. We all had to be vaccinated. You had to wear your mask whenever you were wandering around, but pretty much when you were sat and you were drinking or when you were eating, you didn't have to wear the masks. you did have to wear the masks in the theater, and everybody started off doing that. But by the end, people kind of gave up with it. And I understand why, because we would be in a different kind of lounge or bar that was almost as big and no one was wearing a mask. And then in the theater you had to, which seemed a bit strange. I don't mind wearing it. It doesn't bother me at all. The only thing is it makes me a bit like sleepy, maybe. But that's not the end of the world. How is your kitty doing? My kitty Hudson is my ginger boy cat. He is doing very well. He's just over there. He had his dreamies from this bowl here, and he doesn't need me anymore. So he is gone. Thank you, Dylan, for squash and tea. I am on my last of my tea bags, actually. Dreamies for Captain Hudson. Thank you very much, Dylan. It is it's very strange doing 2 cruises so close together, because there's no point me, doing shopping and stuff. So it's just eat whatever you've got and then move on. Yeah. Gratuity was $13.50 per person per night. Yes, I have to pay. Just zipping up my onesie. Have to pay gratuities on this one on top. It's a very American way of doing things, but it is what it is. Oh, Ian is chatting with Emma about booking a Alaska cruise in 2023, going to pre-cruise the Rocky Mountaineer. Oh, any suggestions for what else I can do pre or post cruise? I haven't been to Alaska since I was 11 years old, so I'm probably not the most qualified person to answer your question. But if anybody in the chat has any pre or post cruise ideas, that sounds awesome. I really want to get back to Alaska. It feels quite far away at the minute. I know that kind of we can travel across the Atlantic, but we will see. We will see. Hello to Karen, who says, great, I made it. Have a super great Disney cruise. I think I will. Missed the beginning of the video. You recently disembarked from a ship. Yes, I just got off of the Sky Princess. I was on a princess press trip with kind of journalists and magazine writers, travel agents, and other cool people, which was nice. Do you wear your llama dress on every cruise? Probably, yes. I think probably yes. I have packed it. Why don't you and Jonah come to Alaska? That would be cool. Money, time off work. Yeah, Alaska feels very far away. My mother has over 85 Disney cruises. My goodness, that's amazing. It was quite strange on Princess, because I was allowed, because when you're on a press trip, you're allowed to do anything, really. So I went to the elites meeting, even though I'm not elite on Princess, but you're allowed to go. And they had the thing where they say who has the most nights on the ship. And somebody on Sky Princess, which is only 2 years old, had done something like 400 nights. So that's pretty much every other night they had been on the Sky Princess since it launched. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Debbie, who says the makeup you're wearing looks really pretty. I think it's partly the lighting, but thank you. I would take that as a compliment. It's getting to that time of year now where it's starting to get dark at 5:30, which is really, really, I don't know. I think I'm kind of powered by the sun like a little lizard that needs it. So I don't like it when it's always dark, but it will be okay, and it'll be Christmas soon. Ooh, now that the borders are open, will you come cruise over in the USA with JJ Cruise or Lily DeLoca? I would love to. That would be really awesome. I don't have any plans. Come take a Royal Caribbean group cruise with Royal Caribbean blog. Matt, yes, I was talking to Matt earlier. I'm going to record with him for his podcast, I think. So that will be cool. But yes, I would like to. It feels very far away. At the minute, I'm not booking anything over the US because things just change too much. And I would prefer to wait until I can see everybody kind of going and cruising and it being fine, and then I will. Plus, I have quite a lot of things planned over this side, so it will be what it is. What is the piano behind you and your favorite thing to play? I really have not played this for a very, very long time. People ask me to play. I play all kinds of random stuff because I pretty much just use the piano like a game, like Guitar Hero. Like I really used to like Guitar Hero, but I do that on the piano, but I haven't played this in a while. I haven't played it since before my last cruise, so I don't think I could play you anything. I'm sorry. Just thinking about the weather, it's probably gloomy in the south. Yes, it is dark, it is gloomy. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to pack for a weekend Disney cruise. I don't know. I've packed some dresses for dinner. I've packed some t-shirts and jeans and shoes and stuff. Yes. Craig says, hi, Emma, is vlogging your full-time job for you now? Amongst other things, I mean, YouTube is one part of my business that I've spent years and years and years building up. I left my traditional 9-to-5 day job at the end of March. I have a video on my channel about why I left that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can tell why I left the job I worked in data development doing coding for car insurers, why I would leave that for the cruise industry. But yes, the YouTube is part of my job, my website. I work with an agent, I sell a course, I do consultations, various other things that I'm probably forgetting. But yes, this is the part where you see me the most, I think. Just pack what you're wearing right now. Oh, yes, of course. I'll just pack my princess onesie to go on a Disney cruise. I think I might get in trouble if I did that one. Was there a dress code for dinner on Virgin going on the Maiden Wednesday? And what is the deal with the red shirt? The red shirt? I don't know what the red shirt is, but no real dress code. No real dress code. Very relaxed. That's one of their things. You can wear jeans. You can wear whatever you like. Play We Are Sailing. Yeah, I should do something. I should learn something cruise related for you. I will one day. I will. In Florida, it's 85 outside. I have no idea what 85 means. If I could take a guess, what are you supposed to do? Take away 30 and then half it? 50, 25, late 20s? Is that what that is? I don't know. Yeah, we don't speak Fahrenheit here in the UK much. Oh, dress code. Oh, wear something red. Yes. Yes. So they'll have one night which is called Scarlet Night. If you want to wear something red, you can wear something red. If you don't want to wear something red, then you don't have to wear anything red. And it really is that easy. I wore a red dress, I think. Did I? Yes, maybe I did. Maybe half the people wore something red. Don't worry if you don't want to wear something red. The Love Boat theme. I guess I could learn the Love Boat theme. That would be quite cool. 85 Fahrenheit is 29 C. To be fair, that was a pretty good guess from me, actually. Late 20s. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, if it was 29 degrees in England, the trains would stop. The offices would, we're not good at 29. That's a heat wave in the UK. Absolutely. Are you planning to decorate your stateroom door? I haven't got any plans to decorate my stateroom door. I don't know. I know people on Disney have these like fish extender things where they put in presents and people decorate and stuff, but I don't have any plans to do anything like that. I booked a ocean view and I have got a balcony. I tell you guys to always book guaranteed cabins, and it seems like almost everybody has had an upgrade on this cruise. I don't know if, they had more cabins, I don't know, but everyone I speak to, I was feeling very happy when I got the upgrade, and I shared it like, that upgrade fairy has come, so exciting, and all the comments are like, yeah, that happened to everybody. So it's cool though. So yeah, it makes it a bit better because I mean, I booked the cheapest cabin on the ship, which was an ocean view. I think all the insides were sold out or not for sale. I booked the guaranteed cabin where you don't pick the specific location and you have the higher chance of an upgrade. So it worked, which is really, really cool. But yeah, it's still, very, very, very expensive. Double the price I'd pay on any other cruise at least. But at least I have a balcony cabin. So it feels a bit more worth kind of the price that I've paid. And we will see. I don't know what to expect. Daniel says, loved your Sky Princess video. Thank you so much. If anyone has not seen that video yet, if you can watch it after this, that would be nice. If you could watch it now, that would be fine. I would prefer you to watch the video rather than me just talking about the video, because it's everything. It's every piece of footage that I filmed on my phone, on my camera. It's everything I focused on for a week. So yeah, check that out for sure. Oh, I think Don showed a promo for Disney that they were discounting fares. Discounting, yes. Normally they could charge anything they wanted. They never have to do sales. So yeah, who knows? Who knows? I think they're pretty sold out. I don't know. I'll have to let you know. How many passengers were on your Princess cruise? I think it was around 1,500. So about 50% capacity, which was really nice. It was really good. They did have some places, you know, some bars and things would be closed. So I think that if there was more people, they would just have more stuff open. But it felt very nice. I think we're getting a little bit spoiled, kind of cruising at reduced capacity. And when everyone else comes back, yeah, I don't know. But we're going to slowly work up to that, I think. Oh, thank you so much for my super chat. My wife and I were on 2 Disney cruises. It was a different experience, the Royal Caribbean, Carnival, or the others, but I believe you will have a great time. I'm absolutely sure that I will have a great time. I'm on a cruise. Like, how much better is that than not being on a cruise? And it looks really cool. I'm just really interested, for me personally, coming at it from the cruise side rather than from the Disney side, because Disney, you know, someone who's a Disney person who would love anything Disney, and they say, you know, the food is great, the ship is great, but a lot of them, to me, it seems like they haven't been on any other ship. So I'm interested to see is this really actually premium good food, or is it cruise food that is good because it's just cruise food? You know what I mean? I'm interested to see it from a cruise kind of perspective, because I mean, it is almost 3 times the price of the Celebrity cruise per night, which is just insane, absolutely crazy. My 3-night cruise with Disney has cost me about 1.5 times the cost of my week cruise with Marella, that includes flights, all-inclusive drinks, gratuities. So yeah, but you can't compare it because no one else has that Disney. No, you know, Marella doesn't have Disney. Royal Caribbean doesn't have Disney. Only Disney has Disney. And people love it. People absolutely love it. Do you recommend cruising out of Southampton? Yes, I do. But you kind of have to be prepared for grey skies, rain, all kinds of things. Apparently I look stunning with my hair tied back. I think it looks like a bit of a mess, but thank you so much. I will accept any compliments. My hair is getting very, very, very long at the minute. But I think I will grow my hair for a while and then chop it all off again like I did before, and then start again. I think that will be my plan. I'm sure we could raise a lot more money if I did it again. I cut off all my hair in 2018, I think, and we raised £5,000, which I thought was amazing. But I'm sure now that we could do more than that. So we'll do that in a bit. Yeah, Lou was on Celebrity Apex, but that was in the Mediterranean. Only 501 passengers out of 2,900. Everything was open. That sounds amazing. Yes. So I love the pics of your room service balcony breakfast on Sky Princess, even though you couldn't eat on the balcony. If we had, you know, even if I had taken something outside to take a picture, it would have blown off into the sea and I would have never seen it again. It was so windy that day. But we did this thing that was called the ultimate balcony breakfast, which again is one of these things that if I wasn't on a press trip, I would never ever pay for this, but it's nice to get to try this stuff. So all of the room service is free on Princess anyway. And I used it a lot because, you know, if I can order cookies and they come in 10 minutes or a burger, you know, it was amazing. And it's free. But then there is this thing that's called an ultimate balcony breakfast, which comes with like a little bottle of champagne and like really fancy food. And I guess the idea is to sit out on your balcony and have a fancy breakfast. And it's $45 for 2 people, which probably most of that cost is the champagne, to be honest. But it was lovely. But for me personally, I'm not a breakfast person. It is wasted on me. All that I want for breakfast is like a piece of toast and a banana is the absolute ideal breakfast for me. So it was good. It was really nice to get to try that stuff, but I know that it would just be wasted on me. I wouldn't spend my own money on it. But yeah, I would not know that if it wasn't for these things. Oh, do you see a possibility for cruises that specifically offer reduced capacity? Personally, I found it a better experience and may pay more for it. I mean, that's kind of what the luxury cruise lines are. So most of the time when you book a luxury cruise, it's just that you have more space per person and you have more, you know, staff to passengers. That tends to be what a luxury cruise is. So I don't think the big ships now are built, you know, for economies of scale. The more people they can get in, the better. I don't think those big ones would ever reduce capacity unless they have to. But yeah, I don't know. Not sure why people are afraid to cruise right now. It is literally the safest, healthiest, and best time to cruise. Yes, no lines for anything and no crowds. The shops feel empty. It is fantastic. Couldn't agree more. It was so nice to be on the cruise because everybody follows the mask. Well, 99% of people follow all of the mask rules. Everyone is vaccinated. Everyone is having a good time. We were able to do our own excursions on this cruise. And yes, so much space per person. I don't see any downsides to it. While the prices are what they are now, most of the cruise lines probably aren't making money. They're just kind of breaking even. My tea is in a princess cup. I have no idea where I got this from. I think it was something. Oh, a brilliant question. Jan, you have both Patreon and YouTube membership. Which one is the best if you want to sign up? I think Patreon is better. Basically, what I have lots of tiers on Patreon, and the cheapest one is also on YouTube. The thing about YouTube is that I can't message anyone and say thank you. There's no way for me to know who you are. You still get all the same stuff, but I just feel a bit bad. Normally, if someone joins Patreon, I'll send them a message and I'll say thank you. Maybe a video, maybe a message. But on YouTube, I just don't know. I would say Patreon is better, but also I am on YouTube right now, so maybe I shouldn't say that. Are you looking to book a Carnival cruise that is in Europe? Yes, so I tried my best. I tried really hard to try Carnival. I've never cruised with Carnival before, and I got closer than ever in 2020. Obviously, 2020 happened and it ruined my plans. But yes, I have to cruise with Carnival. How can I, call myself a cruise YouTuber without cruising with Carnival? They just don't come over here that much. Yes. Oh, yes. No queues and no COVID issues. Clearly, you weren't on the MSC cruise at the start of September. No. I'm not sure what MSC are doing. I think, to be honest, because I was on the first MSC cruise in May, and it was absolutely amazing. And then MSC have really increased their capacity so much more than any other cruise line. But I don't think they've increased anything else to kind of match it. And yes, I've seen pictures of some of the summer cruises for MSC from the UK. It does not look fun. It does not look like what my cruise looks like. I have known people who have been on more recently, though, and I think at least this month it's got a bit better. Maybe it was bad because all the kids were on school holidays, so the ship was a lot fuller. I don't know, but it did not look good. Fingers crossed that they have got that sorted now, because, yeah, that's not good. What cocktail should I try first on Princess next week? Well, the thing is about Princess and the app and stuff. So you can order drinks and they will come to you. They will find you. And inside that app, those drinks are kind of like always available drinks because they have to go anywhere. My tip would be, if there's plenty of drinks, but you may get bored of drinking the same ones. And in each bar and lounge, there's a QR code. When you scan that QR code, it comes up with like a proper menu, and you get, I would say that they're like bonus drinks. I often just ask the waiters, I don't know what I want. Can you make me something like a fruity cocktail with something? And they would just do it. So don't feel like you're kind of limited to what is in the app. I think a lot of people didn't realize that there was extra stuff, and that's a shame because you want to try everything on a cruise. Keith said, it was nice to meet you and your dad at the pool on that cold, wet morning. See, I have evidence that I went swimming. I went swimming in Glasgow. Nice to meet you too, Keith. I met so many lovely people on this cruise. It was really nice. But I went swimming, and I have evidence of it. Thank you, Keith. What happened to your weekly 1-minute update, says Michael? Well, the thing is there's not really that much cruise news anymore in the same way that there was. And it was taking me, a couple of hours every morning, which it just wasn't worth the investment. Sometimes you just have to look at what you're doing. And if I could spend those 2 hours doing something else, it would make a lot more sense. I think it got to the point where I was getting more unsubscribes than subscribes from the cruise news. And I thought, nah, this is it. I still send out all of the weekly cruise news every week. I haven't done it this week because obvious reasons I was on a cruise, but I always send out that stuff still. So if you're not on my email list, go to emmacruises.com/news, put in your email address, and it's still the cruise news that I used to send. It's just written down. So you have to read it. Great tip, thanks. You're very welcome. I just hate the idea that people wouldn't find stuff that's there and it is good. So thank you for answering my question. You are very welcome. I was wondering, with the new itineraries releasing soon, is there any way to preempt offers? Not particularly. I know, I mean, I'm not a travel agent, but I work with a travel agent also called Emma, who was also on my cruise, which was really cool. And she tends to have a better idea of the future than me. I don't know how she knows what's going on. But not really, because if they, you know, if a cruise line had a 50% off sale in a month's time, they don't want people to know in advance, because people won't book now because they'll wait for the sale, to be quite honest with you. It was quite funny when we were in the sanctuary, we had afternoon tea and I was there in the sun. I think I was probably updating my Instagram story or something, I don't know. And Emma was there in the shade with her laptop doing cruise quotes for everybody, because she works so hard. So it was nice to go on a cruise with Emma, both parts of Team Emma together, which was cool. I think she was doing quotes for my website. So thanks, Emma. Yeah. Oh, sorry. These comments are jumping around. Thank you so much. Emma is heading towards 100K. Yes, heading towards 100K, which is really cool. When you get to 100K, if you don't know, you get like a YouTube plaque, and you get, I guess, you're in like a 100K club, which is pretty cool. So yes, we will get there. Makes a great effort to connect with people, even though she cruises frequently. Thank you very much. I mean, my channel is kind of, I need the cruises. Oh, Jan says, if you click the join us on Patreon link below, it goes to YouTube, sneaky YouTube. Yeah, it should just be patreon.com/Emma Cruises. So yes, YouTube doesn't want you to leave YouTube. Facebook doesn't want you to leave Facebook. But yeah, here they can't stop me from saying it. So patreon.com/Emma Cruises. How does Holland America compare with Princess and Norwegian Cruise Line? I have not cruised yet with Holland America. So I may be wrong, but I definitely think it's more like Princess than Norwegian Cruise Line. Norwegian is kind of younger, water slides, freestyle kind of cruise, and Holland America is more kind of traditional, relaxing, similar-ish to Princess, maybe. If you have cruised with Holland America and Princess, please leave me a comment and please let me know. But that's kind of my guess. My computer wants to restart. Do not restart now. You can restart in 10 minutes. A Tokyo tea is a very refreshing cocktail, says Keith. Interesting. I don't think I found that one. I did try and order all these different drinks to all of these different places. And yes, the food, the burgers, fries, pizzas, salads, sandwiches, chicken fingers, it was so good. We even actually ordered, so I have this, hang on, I don't want to spill my tea on you guys. Stay there. I have this on my wrist, which is my ocean medallion, and this is the coolest thing, the best. I'm going to miss this so much when I go on my next cruise. I don't think Disney are known for being the most technological cruise, so we will see how that goes. Hello to Matt, who's just joined us. Hi, Matt. But this was amazing. So I paid $12 for this wristband. So worth it, absolutely. What Emma Cruises media empire are you building towards? I don't know. I have no idea. The Emma Cruises media empire, I don't know. I just try and say yes to as many kind of opportunities as I can, and work as hard as I can and as much as I can. And yeah, I do my best. That's all I'm doing. Holland America is traditional and less formal than Cunard. Yes. Jason says, is there a cruise that you've taken that you didn't like? Not really. To me, if the price matches the thing, then that is fine. I've been on expensive cruises. I've been on really cheap cruises. As long as it matches, then I'm completely fine. Why are you still wearing the wristband? So that I could show you, of course, but I do feel a bit lost without it, to be honest. Anthony says, have you been wearing the onesie since you got back? Almost, yes. I need to wash it now because I got some Chinese down it. But it's really comfortable, and I've come back to the UK and it's raining right now. It is dark. It is cold. Yeah, it's not nice. And maybe you should hang the plaque next to the map. Maybe I should. I mean, I've got this bit of wall here, which I think it would fit on if we can get to 100,000 subscribers. I think we're on 82 now, which is close to 100. But we will get there. We will get there, which is cool. It's exciting. Have you ever cruised to or from the US? Yes, I have. So I have cruised to Alaska, Hawaii, out of New York to Bermuda. I've done Caribbean, Bahamas. I would really like to do a bit of a tandem, but what I would really like to do would be to do like a New England kind of cruise. I think that would be really cool. Thank God says, have a cocktail on me, enjoy your cruise. Thank you so much, thank God. I will, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be paying for drinks anyway, so might as well have a cocktail, I think. Cameron says, maybe you should hang the plaque next to the map. Yes, you could put the belt on your wall. I could do. My belt is on the wall, but it's upstairs and it's too big for down here. It's absolutely huge. Is it a proper physical plaque? Yeah, when you get to 100,000, it's like a, I think it's like engraved glass. I'll have to ask Tony from the Leader Loca. He got his recently, and it's quite small, so I think it will probably fit up there. Maybe we will do that. I don't know. Boston here, says David. Hello, David. Coming into our peak season. Yes, I would really like to do that at some point. Panama Canal. Yes, I would love to do Panama Canal. Absolutely. Matthew says, hi, Emma, on the Sky Princess in December. Very excited to watch your video. Yes, if you can watch it in 5 minutes, that would be really cool. Do you think buying the band is needed, or can the free lanyards be sufficient? I would say maybe, I don't know, half the people had a lanyard and the rest of us bought wristbands, or you can buy like formal night wristbands or clips or all kinds of other things like that. I mean, it's definitely sufficient. For me, having the lanyard just gives me like, it just makes me feel like I'm at work and I don't want to wear a lanyard when I'm on a cruise. This was so good because if I went swimming, just keep that on, no problem. But if you have no problem with wearing a lanyard, yeah, I would say about half the people just did that. So yeah, you can do that. Definitely sufficient. I just thought for $12, this is pretty good. Are the bands reusable? Well, this isn't. This is the only bit that's actually the Ocean Medallion. And yeah, that has the date on it. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. That has the date, so you can't, but you can reuse this thing. So I'm going to try and not lose this. But this is magnetic, so it can't fall out or anything. It's very cool. Sarah says, hi from Chicago. Hello, Chicago. I have been to Chicago. I'm cruising with Disney tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going on my Disney cruise, and it will be just a cruise over the weekend, and then I will be back on Monday. I'm going to disconnect and kind of do the actual cruisy thing, like just as a regular person on a cruise for the weekend, which is going to be good. So I will get back and share. I'll still update all of my Instagram and stuff, but I will just do it when I get back. And that gives me the chance to reply to comments and do things which will be good. So I'm really looking forward to it. I go tomorrow. Stuart says, apart from Morella and Disney, what's next? Apart from Morella and Disney, next is Iona, P&O's Iona coming up soon, which will be really good, really good. Oh, remember you have access to the tea at the beverage station 24/7. That sounds like a good tip, Sarah. I probably will be doing that. What ports do you stop at? We do not stop at any ports. Thank goodness, because if I paid this much for a Disney cruise and then had to get off, I would be annoyed. So no ports. There's only so many, around the UK kind of ports to go to, and this is such a short cruise, it goes nowhere. It'd be nice if it could go away from the rain. That would be my request if the captain is listening. But I don't know. Don't think Disney will be a regular cruise. I know it won't be a regular cruise. I mean, me as a regular cruiser, if that makes sense. Of course, I'm taking pictures of everything, filming everything. But it does take me quite a few hours a day to do all of the social media stuff. So it will be nice to not feel like I have to do that. I'm not very good at disconnecting. Even if we had a free time to watch a movie on the celebrity cruise, I was like, I'll have to update my Instagram story. I have to do this. I'm not very good. So being forced to disconnect for the weekend will be really good. And yeah, everybody's comments about the Disney internet does not make me feel like I'm missing out. Don't forget your Mickey ears. I don't have any Mickey ears, but maybe I'll have to buy some on board. I don't know. It seems like everyone else has these ears, but I don't know if that's a thing. Oh, Ian says that he is aiming to achieve his plaque by 2025 and starting his own channel in January. That sounds amazing. Yes, you can absolutely do that. Hopefully I get mine soon, which would be cool. Looking forward to your videos regarding Iona from a less formal cruise perspective. Yes, so I'm cruising on Iona with my brother, and we're not very, very formal people. So it will definitely be from a kind of chilled out Emma and Max cruise perspective, which I think will be good. Amazingly, guys, it has been an hour. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy that everybody managed to come, even though it was a day early. So I will be getting on a Disney cruise tomorrow, and then I will be back on Monday. It will take me a few days to put everything together, of course, and I will just be reviewing it, everything, you know, ship tour, cabin tour, everything I ate, everything I saw in one video next week. If you're not already subscribed or you are subscribed, please just check that subscribe button. YouTube does the thing where it deletes robots, and sometimes it thinks you're a robot. So check now, please, that you are subscribed. And I'll be back next week. I'm so excited. Bye, everybody. Thank you.